Hi, my name is Lisa and I'm the founder of the Lisa Duffield Centre. I'm an inspirational coach and a leader in mindfulness, positive psychology and mental toughness. And today I'm going to be chatting to Amy. We are discussing the topic that's in the press at the moment, high topic in the media, facial awareness, and we're going to be discussing how it makes people feel and putting that positive slant on it, how you can keep your confidence up and feel great about how you are. So Amy, let's have a little chat about how you feel. You look absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And how would you say you felt in yourself and the awareness about the campaign at the moment?
Well, I'm very much like, I like to feel like body confident, and I think it's important, especially like with social media, to portray like not everything's perfect. You know, like imperfection is fine. Like it's you at the end of the day. So I'm very much about that.
Yeah, I
Like,
have to say, you look beautiful, absolutely stunning.
thank you.
But I understand you have had a battle, that you were born with a birthmark.
Yeah.
And how did this make you feel from a young age? Were you aware of it when you were younger,
So I was born with a port wine stain birthmark on my face, and I always knew that I was different to other children. But when I was growing up, my mum and dad would say, you know, that you're special. So I'd be like, oh, I'm special because I look like this. But yeah, I would get the odd like mean comment off like children when you're growing up. But
how did that make you feel?
I don't. I can remember I used to get upset, and I really hated the word ugly. Like when people would call you ugly, I'd think, oh God, like I don't want to be ugly, like that kind of thing. Like that would upset me. But then as you grow older, I guess it doesn't really affect you in the same.
Yeah. And what age were you when you started wearing makeup to think that you wanted to cover this? Or did you just sort of say, well, actually now I'm a teenager, I'm going to wear makeup? Or how did it, because as I'm looking at you now, I cannot see any birthmark. You just look a beautiful, happy, bouncy, lively young lady.
Well, I always had like a camouflage makeup that I used to have. That the doctors prescribed, I think when I was about 7 years old, but it wasn't something that I ever wanted to wear. Like if I said to my mum, like if I was going to a disco or something, and if I said to her I want to wear makeup, she'd be like, okay, I'll put it on for you. So it was more like my choice. It wasn't them saying you must cover it up or anything like that. It was all down to me. So they left it in my hands. And then as you grow older, and you know when you're in secondary school and people start wearing makeup, I then struggled with makeup because nothing would cover.
Yeah.
Like other girls, you know, would look really pretty, and I'd think, oh, but I can't wear that because like it's not working for me, and which is why I like to do what I do now, to like help others with makeup, like advice, that kind of thing, really.
Yeah, because we understand that a lot of people never ever saw you without the camouflage makeup.
Yeah.
And then you suddenly decided one day, actually, let the world see what is underneath. And you know, and how have you coped? How have you managed to be so resilient when some people are really struggling with things like this? Because you seem to have a really positive outlook. And so if you just tell us about the day that you decided to, was it some event or something on Facebook?
Yeah, it was the cancer research no makeup selfie, and then everyone was taking a picture of themselves and then nominating somebody else. So then I did it, and you know when you get that instant like, oh God, I'm really scared to post this, you know, and I nearly didn't post it, but I was just like, I just did it, and like, I remember like my whole body was like shaking, like, oh God, like please, I don't want any bad like negativity. But then it was the complete opposite. Like it got loads of likes, like it was being shared like around the world, and then I went on like the news, like, you know, it just blew up, and I was like, oh my God, this is so surreal. Wow. But like thanks to that, that's how I am like I am today.
Yeah. So what message would you give to other people then that are really struggling at the moment? Because these campaigns are great, but we need to get out there and really help people. So what message would you say? What do you think were the key things that kept you upbeat? And
so I always think that because people always say, oh, how are you confident, or how do you accept it, or how do you deal with what other people say. And I always think, like, now I am so grateful for my birthmark because of the opportunities that it's given me, and it actually, I use it to help me like define sort of unaccepting and unthoughtful people, because they're not the kind of people that I want in my life. And if someone is going to say something mean or anything like that about how I look, then that's not the person, that's not a nice person in my eyes. Therefore it's my like barrier against that. So that's how I deal with it in my head. I'm like, nah.
I mean, you look absolutely stunningly beautiful, and I can see that it's actually coming out from within you. How lovely and kind and happy. You know, you're not just putting a face on, are you? So you are genuinely happy. And I understand that you've also been interviewed with Katie Piper, who has set up the huge campaign, the lady that had the acid attack on her. And she has now set up her own charity, and you're looking at doing some more television work, aren't you?
So I did the Katie Piper's Face to Face on Channel 4 a few years ago, and that was really fun. I got to go down to London, and we were in like Harvey Nichols, and I had to do somebody's makeup, and I've never done somebody's makeup before. And then I took my makeup off. So the other girl had a birthmark as well, and then I took my makeup off, and then she's like, "Oh my god, I had no idea." But it was really, it was a really good experience. And then I've got another thing coming up soon about skin, but I don't know when that's going to be aired just yet. Still waiting to hear on that.
So if you could give one piece of advice to people that might be struggling at home, what would this be?
I would just say to just be as you are, like look after yourself, in the sense of like, I like to make sure I do exercise, because that's a good way for me, like mentally as well, to help you feel good, and just to like know your worth as well, just like you are you.
That's right. And I mean, you are amazing, and as the title of the piece we're doing, you know, you are the face, you look great, let's face it, we love you. Honestly, you look fantastic, and to help so many people out there to understand that, you know your worth. Thank you, Amy, that was wonderful. Thank you.